Hey everybody, let's talk about the joy of eating less. Most people do not associate joy with eating less, but after the next few minutes, I think you'll be in a better position to do that. In our culture, in our society, most people feel like, more is better. Why would I want less of anything if I could have more? We have a lovely picture here of our friend Tony. He doesn't want less, he wants more. What did get him? A lot of times we keep pouring it on. Give me more, and what are we really left with? What's the feeling we're left with when we just continue to have more? I'm learning that we're oftentimes left kind of empty. My grandsons were visiting, and we ate somewhere, and then we went and played on the playground, and then my wife wanted to go to Whole Foods, so she said, hey guys, let's go to Whole Foods, I'll get some groceries, and y'all can pick out some yummy things to eat. They have all kinds of good things to eat. And my grandson said, Grandma, but we already ate. He had ideas of doing other things than continuing to eat. We already ate. How much food do we need? Certainly, it's fun to continue to eat beyond what we physically need. Many of us do it on a regular basis, and there is a trade-off. You are giving something up. I don't want to get on here and pretend that it costs you nothing to do what you're wanting to do, but there is a joy in eating less when you begin to look honestly at the trade-off. Mike, good to see you. Hey, Valerie, Debbie. There's a trade-off. Are you looking at it honestly, though? Do you have a vision for the future? My wife was talking to a gentleman one time, and they were talking politics, and there was a race coming up, and he said, I could care less. He said, I could care less who wins this race. He said, because I have cancer, and I'm not expected to live very long. I don't care. And sometimes we can approach the way we deal with food that way. It's just for the moment. In the moment, we get gratification, but what do we get tomorrow? And what do we get next week? My wife was also talking to a friend who was struggling with health issues. And they were very close. And close enough to where my wife could have this conversation with her, because her friend was saying, I've got these health problems, and my doctor's this, my doctor, what am I going to do? And my wife said, well, your doctor did say you'd be healthier if you lost some weight. Why don't you lose 30 pounds? And her friend said, 30 pounds? She said, I wouldn't get to eat hardly anything. Who told you how much you need to eat? How do you know how much you're supposed to eat? Double what you eat? Half of what you eat? What do you determine? How do you determine how much food you're going to eat? Because this person, if they were to lose 30 pounds, would probably feel better, live longer, tie their shoes easier, come off medication, spend less on food. There's lots of things that happen that are positive things, but we look at this momentary enjoyment that we get, don't we? How big do you want to be when you consider what you're eating? Well, this is fun. This is enjoyable. How much fun do you want to wear? Because just reverse it. Imagine you begin to eat less and you begin to lose weight and feel better and live longer and do more with your friends, your grandkids, or whatever. Isn't there joy in that? I wouldn't get to eat hardly anything. What's your vision for the future? Dan used to say, I ate in order to be happy. That's why I was eating. And he'll tell you now, 125 pounds less, I'm happier than I have ever been. And some of the other folks that we just posted something on my Facebook page about something we got coming up next week, I'll tell you about in a second. But all these folks been through my program, and most of them lost 100, 200 pounds. You think they're sad now because they gave up some of their desserts and extra helpings and chips? Every one of them will tell you, I'm happier than I was. That's the joy of eating less. Do you want the joy of eating less? You can have it. It's available. You're going to have cravings, urges, emotions, and desires that no food was ever meant to satisfy. You're taking penicillin for a headache, brother. It's never going to fix it. If hunger's not the problem, food is not the answer. Food won't fix it. Repeat after me. Food won't fix it. We tell people in my program, embrace the hunger. Who wants to embrace the hunger? I have a shirt, and on the back of it, it says, embrace the hunger. I hardly ever wear it because nobody understands or appreciates it. Why would I embrace hunger when I can embrace ice cream? Because the joy of eating less, of you losing the weight, coming off the meds, being able to go on a hike, and doing the things you saw Dan doing the ropes instead of sitting on the picnic table. It becomes fun when you have a future, when you're looking at your future, looking at the things that you're going to be able to take hold of because you let go of the excessive eating that you were doing. You live off about half of what you eat, and your doctor lives off the other half of what you eat. You're not doing yourself any favors when you continue to eat excessively. But we think, well, are you telling me I have to give up my splurges and fun foods and celebrations? Not at all. Just do it for a person the size that you want to be. Why would you go to a party and eat like somebody that weighs 400 pounds? Is that what you have to do to enjoy eating? Is that what a splurge needs to look like for you? I was eating lunch with the pastor one time, and we were talking, and he was asking questions about weight loss and this and that, and eventually he said, Joe, I think I'm hearing what you're telling me. You're not telling me I can't splurge. You're just telling me I need to splurge like somebody that weighs 190 pounds instead of 250 pounds. Yeah, who taught you how to splurge? Is a splurge for you 3 candy bars, a bowl of ice cream, and a milkshake? I guess if you have an ice cream, you don't need a milkshake. And cookies? Or is it 1 or 2? Where'd you learn your splurge and what happiness is all about? Because when we begin to see, if happiness comes from eating more, only 400-pound people are going to be happy. The joy of eating less is there for you if you want that future. If all that matters is the immediate right now, then we're going to eat. We're just going to eat. We're just going to eat. We're going to keep eating because that's where the solution lies. Well, that's not where the solution lies, folks. So let's get it together. Join me next Thursday, June 18th, and we'll talk about this. Where the answer really is, we're going to meet at 6:30. This is a free event. Please like and share this. Comment, like, and share. Thumbs up, like, share, so friends of yours can see this. If this helps you, if you like what we're talking about, share it so some of your friends can get on this too. And would love to see all of you back here for our Healthy Living Igniter next Thursday, June 18th at 6:30. Thanks, you guys, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And please do share it. See you next week.